Hi guys, I'm here, Master Liborio, and this guy here like helped me a lot.
I love this
He
guy.
gave me opportunity to come to the West, be here. I'm here, no, because he opened the doors for me, and no, I'm in Brazil. He always.
Let me just say something about this. He says something like this with you. I think it's so beautiful the fact that he says this. But who did not want to have somebody like him around? You know that. In essence, you know, a lot of people pass through our lives. You know, I've been doing this a lot. But you always made sure that you always say something like this. Always. Always. I love you more, but you know this. It's not about this. It's just,
and it's like there's what jiu-jitsu brings to that this relationship. It's a family that we don't have. That no jiu-jitsu brings.
It's a choose family in a way. Yeah.
Then no, brother, talk a little bit about the.
You know this guy? You know this guy here? Huh? You know this guy? We're just talking about this.
The jiu-jitsu. No, the time we start, the time you start. For now, we see this big event here now. You know.
That's great, and you know, with the size of the event like this, not in our wildest dreams we could believe that a jiu-jitsu have 10,000 people. 10,000 people subscribe any event. You know, it's kind of crazy. At the same time, it shows the power of the power and the quality of the sport.
Talk a little bit about the first Mundial. Now we hear in no.
There's one thing about the first Mundial is like, I don't know if you remember the first Mundial. Man, there was 7,000 people there. You know, there was a lot of people. There's not like this, nothing close by this. There was a lot of people in a very small space. It was a stage for quite a while. That's some gold ears feeling on this thing.
And it was like almost we call that caldeirão.
Caldeirão.
Like a lot of people.
It's like a soccer feeling of this thing, you know?
Yeah, that was also like that.
Yeah.
And then no, your first tournaments, no, like but we have the mat. There was no rough mat.
First, you're talking about this. That's right. You're talking about this. The mats are going there so far right now. When we started, that was not even a canvas. I don't even know how to call this thing. You know, it was the green mats made of a straw of rice. You know, straw rice, very Japanese-like, but it was like a sandpaper. And everything is you pass your face on, and you scratch it all over.
And then the worst thing was like the tournaments, like big tournaments, the stuff was brand new. Like it's slippery.
There's nothing. You have to stop. People have to go sit down in their butt and push with your feet so you can keep the mats together. It was fun. There was so much
fun time. No, but now how much better they have this match.
Amazing. Looking around and see the teams have their own, you know, their own place. All the old school guys. I think sometimes there's, you know, not just the old school guys, but I feel sometimes that there is, how do you say, there's a lot of people that came before us that sometimes don't have the player that they deserve.
Talk about this. You know, because that's important too. Yeah. A lot of people doesn't know the history. You know, we hear that big, you know, for guys like you, for EG and the guys before you guys, you know, that make it that happen. You know?
That's just well, I think they got a good job on doing it in competition. I think there's a space for growing because not the 3% of people compete.
Yes,
97% of people do this for recreational reasons. And there's a lot on the growing side of this that is really actually developing the approach of jiu-jitsu for people, like the mental health side, the culture side, you know, make people understand because we're different.
Yeah.
Whoever ever done wrestling before, whoever ever done judo before, you know the rooms are different because there is a different feeling when you go to jiu-jitsu room, when you go to wrestling room. You know, the approaches are different, not just because of the athlete. You know, we welcome people. Just us for being Brazilians, we welcome, we hold we hug, we kiss, you know. And if you don't like hugs and kisses, you're in the wrong sport. Jiu-jitsu's not for you, you know, maybe, you know, more likely.
You talk about teams, you know, like I remember with that time was like, you know, it's our team, Creon, they have the Creon team, they have March Cross. How about the team by the time and now it's turning more like a business?
Business and a professional thing.
Yeah.
You develop The base is developed. We saw this because we came from the MMA part of it.
Yes.
So you see this thing growing, people growing into a certain level, the local level, the state level, the regional level, the state level, the national level, and the world level. Well, it's very different. It's very different. When you go to the world stage, it's very different. And people that I don't think is right or wrong. I just think is different, and is an evolution of the sport. I mean, you say that positive or not, but it's just everybody who says, you know, like a soccer player. And we know this because we're coming from the Flamengo, Vasco.
Yeah.
So the soccer player moved from Flamengo to Vasco. Sometimes the only guy has this only 4, you know, options into it, and that was it. You got to just embrace, you know, the evolution.
And by our time, you just have Team A. Now we have Team A, B, you know, maybe stuff's bigger too.
And you got to keep coming and going over.
And then about the mental health. I know you work in the UCF. You know, let's talk about the jiu-jitsu and mental health. What do you think?
Jiu-jitsu and mental health became pretty close. And you see this a lot during the COVID times.
Yes.
That people craving and needed to get together. And jiu-jitsu was that club, that country club, the social club that people don't see it. You know, it's just a way to find out a way to be together. And jiu-jitsu is an excuse for it. But I'll tell you something. There's a lot of evolution. There's a lot of research done in between jiu-jitsu and mental health. UCF comes with probably a research talking about jiu-jitsu and the positive sides on a physical and a mental aspect of it.
The connection of both.
Yeah. There's a studies been done. There's other universities doing this right now, but it's for real. And it's proved. Everybody knows. Well, any physical exercise is good for your mental health. But jiu-jitsu in particular has this connection. It is a connection of the community. The community
gotta need each other to grow, right?
And it's a community. And there is this fluctuation of winning and losing it, getting beat up and not getting beat up. All those things here. One day you're good, another day it's not always going to be 100%.
And they say like you're going to have struggles, you know, disappointments, but you keep coming. How long have you been doing the UCF? How they study there?
Right now, 7 years.
7 years.
Not a study. 7 years that we've been working with UCF.
Okay. And then they study.
But the amount of people that have been doing this, we see the reflect on the mental health of the kids. You know, kids in the 2 weeks are they're coming in and approaching, go to the club, and not to it. They're one people. They just got out of the house. They never have a face. You know, La La Land is when you have your clothes, your bed made up, your clothes washed, your food is there. You don't pay any bills. Now you're paying your bills. Now you're cleaning you're doing your own laundry. Now you got to pay the bills of your car, your insurance, your health insurance, and blah blah blah. Now you're adult world, which you didn't have it before, and you just got out of La La Land, and you go to the university, and you got to face this by yourself. When you started facing this university thing by yourself, they have to find a place that they can be themselves. They can be kids. They're 18-year-old kids. And with 2 weeks in and doing jiu-jitsu, they got in with the certain face and everything.
And I know we have a lot of good talking, like Mario here right now too.
There's so many people, man. This is kind of convention for the old ones too.
And just shoot your clothes, a little, put something there. What do you think about? No, that we talk to Mario right now. The values that we have, and what you see the new generation now. No, like the gyms right now push the kids to compete.
I think we should get a little bit more into a commission to try to establish the values of the culture. You understand that the culture is how you behave and how you introduce the sport into the world. Has to have some sort of approach with us as a Brazilians in a certain way. You know, why this? Why you never will complain of this? You know, or I not complain of that. You know how important it is for you to be. Welcome people at the door. That you treat people with less judgment. You know, let people feel that they belong. Make sure that they are feeling special in coming in. Make sure they're talking about this and help somebody else. Adopt a white belt. You know, it's not just about the white. It's not just about winning. It's about being there. It's a journey. You know, and that's it. Period of what it is. You know. From there on is let people take the pictures. There you go.